So we're starting with Age of Ultron. Came out 2015, directed by
Whedon.
there we go. Whedon's last thing. Before we never see him again. Before he joins DC.
Later. I mean, yeah, go ahead.
I really wonder what happened with Joss Whedon, because I mean he had a good track record with the first Avengers. Clearly this one didn't work out so well, but I mean it was profitable at the box office, was it not? I just don't know.
It
No,
wasn't bad.
it did numbers, but
Yeah.
it didn't do Avengers 1 numbers. I think I think this one was like 1.4
Yeah.
or something. Like it
What
was
was
just
what was the number of the first one?
what was it?
Was it not
1.
1.2?
No, the first one well, no, I think the first one did more.
Like 1.6?
Somewhere there.
Wait.
Okay. Avengers 1.5, Avengers
Oh,
1.4,
there we go.
Infinity Wars 2, and Endgame 2.8. Almost 3 billion.
Yeah, so Avengers 1 and 2, I mean the differences are not that huge.
It's more of a critic thing
No,
than a
yeah, I think for like for example, for casual audiences, right, with Age of Ultron, I think it's just people liked hanging out with the Avengers,
Mm.
if you get what I'm saying.
Mm.
And then also Ultron being a dark reflection of Tony, because you know what the MCU casuals love to do is they'll say one of two things. Oh, this is better than it was in the comic books, which no,
No, it was not. How dare they? I mean,
no.
Sorry.
And I like
Continue.
Age of Ultron. I like Age of Ultron a lot, but no. And then also they'll be like, well, this happened in the comic books. No.
no, it didn't.
No. Okay.
Before any of us continue, we have a roster like we normally do. Otherwise, this thing is gonna be all over the place. So Buckmeister usually starts.
Okay.
Then we'll have Tebello, then we'll have Rob, then we'll have myself.
Yeah, some people might be coming through and we'll just append them to that list, but we'll see. Anyway. Yeah, okay. So let me start with Age of Ultron. As I was saying, yeah, I just want to get that out the way. Like MCU stands, I'm sorry. Movies are not comic books. Kevin Feige said 616 one time and all of you brains melted. Read a comic book, freaking hell. But anyway, getting back to Age of Ultron. So this movie for me, like again, I think like it does retread a lot of ground in Avengers 1. I think the reasoning is different, and I think that's like an interesting thing. I think what happens is they capture the essence of Tony. There was a comic book where they were discussing Civil War, and Captain America said like the problem with Tony is like it's not that you're a bad person. It's just that you're not good at delegation. It's like it's one of your weaknesses is that you need to be in control. So even if you have a good thing and you want to do a good thing, unless it's you doing it or you leading it, you can't see anyone else like take the reins from you. Like and it's like and Captain America, I think comic book fans, I don't know my Captain America lore that well, but I think he had an alcoholic father, and he was saying that's one of the traits of like alcoholism is like meddling control issues or something. It was in the book where they were discussing Civil War or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, so in this movie you get to see that play out with Tony, where Tony makes an executive decision for everyone about how to protect the world, and that's like where the catalyst of the conflict is. And I think that's very interesting because it's a natural progression for him to be like, yeah, I saw freaking aliens and the sky open. No one else did. So I'm the only one best equipped to take care of this. And I'm just like, Thor is also on
Like
the
he's just sitting right there. Like the God of Thunder, man, is just sitting right there.
He's been dealing with portals all freaking day. Like, I maybe just ask him or whatever. Another thing I don't like about this movie, and again, I'm probably the one who likes Age of Ultron the most out of this panel. But I think another thing I didn't like about this movie is they nerfed Thor a lot. Like, Whedon has a weird thing against Thor, and I'm not sure why.
God complexes can't survive the same room.
To be fair, he also didn't really know how to use Captain America when it comes to action scenes in the first Avengers.
No, I think his scenes were fine. I just think the choreography was weird. I mean, look, to be fair, Captain America went and boxed with Loki, and all he had was a shield and gymnastics. That is impressive.
Nah, but it was that Captain America and the Captain America that's directed by the Russo brothers are two different Captain Americas.
Well, also the Captain America here, because the Captain America here is now jujitsuing robots.
That's my point. But that, you see, because he saw Winter Soldier. Before Winter Soldier, Whedon didn't know what he was doing with Captain. He didn't know what to do with Captain America.
But come on. Okay, sorry. I'll wait my turn. I'll wait my turn. Let me shut up. Let me shut up.
Yeah, but anyway, yes. That being said, I do like Ultron in this. I like a lot. James Spader is pulling a killer performance. The action scenes here are good as well. Again, we do get a retread of Avengers have to fight a bunch of monsters or whatever. Again, I think the context is different enough. And also, there was a subplot about Black Widow and the Hulk. Not sure, like I'm not that I was a defender of it. I never minded it, but now in recent events with stuff like Captain America: Brave New World coming out, it just makes me question why they didn't get the people back if they were gonna do a Hulk subplot anyway, and just do the subplot with Captain America and Black Widow, because that's obviously what they were setting up in Winter Soldier. And there is some continuities, since you MCU stands love to pull random continuities out your ass to be like, no, well, this happened here, so we can justify it happening in the MCU. There's a continuity where Captain America and Black Widow did get married and have a son. So,
yes. I mean, oh wow, yay.
Who didn't did
why
Black
not
Widow get
you?
with everybody? Like, did she date everybody in the Avengers?
That's hence my ew.
Did she go through the whole squad?
No, she never. I don't think she dated Hawkeye. Somebody can correct me. I don't. In the comic books.
In the comic books, she dated Hawkeye.
Did she?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I know she.
Bruh,
I know her and Daredevil were a thing at some stage.
If I remember correctly, there were once like a power couple at a point. Because I remember reading the Avengers comic when I was a kid, and they were an item. So unless I'm forcing
Are
stuff,
you telling me she pulled a Cora?
I remember them dating at a point.
I have to go. I have to go reread it. I have to go reread
Avatar
it.
Cora.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the Hulk was never a thing. The Hulk was never a thing. So that's a purely MCU. Sun's getting low, fella. That's a purely an MCU.
Yeah,
thing,
but
so.
that's basically who's the funny kid in Avatar, Team Avatar?
Oh, Bolin.
Yeah, that's basically Bolin. Yes, so she's basically Korra.
Well, according to y'all, she just went and hung out with Bolin. She never dated him, even though like they had actual chemistry, but whatever. Yeah. Again, I like this movie. 7.3 is a little bit low. There's a lot of quotables in this movie. There's a lot of fun moments. The action is really good. I think some of it gets dragged down by the unnecessary like one thing this movie suffers from is unnecessary executive meddling. Like it's the thing that plagued Iron Man 2, and it plagues this a little bit, where they're just like, we gotta set up the next event. And it's like, we know Thanos is coming. We know. Like, why was Thor used to set up the Infinity Stones? We know what's happening. The stones are around the corner. Stop it. And then Vision was also really cool in this movie for however he was cool in this movie. And then shout out to Quicksilver, killed you too early, Chief. You died because of Fox bullets. There was a Fox executive in that ship. That's why you couldn't speed out of the way. And
yeah, that was a horrible choice, by the way.
Yeah, and I mean, also it would have been nice to see Falcon help War Machine with the escaping Ultron bots. I just don't know why they did that because they don't even have those bros talk together on screen. Anthony Mackie walks from one side of the room to another side, and on the other side of the room is Rhodey telling jokes. And you'd think the two black people in the Avengers would just be like, "What? What's up, bro?" But anyway. Yeah, 7.3. I'd give this an 8. I still think it's yeah, 7.3 is a bit low for me, but I give it 8.
All right. I guess Steven was cooking because he's off. Okay. Then it's me, right? Or no, it's Rob.
Yeah, sure, it's fine. Give me 1 second. Okay, cool. I actually enjoyed this movie as much as Buck, maybe even more. What I think this movie is I almost hate how much hate it got because I mean I also understand it's like you got a prime steak in your first movie, and then you were given a not so prime steak, but still some good meat, and I think these scenes were amazing. I thought the action scenes were great. I thought the Hulk versus Iron Man was awesome. Um, Sure, I'm sure the Hulkbuster uniform is a lot different in the comics. I have no idea.
No. Actually, that's the weird thing about the MCU is that they'll decide to open a comic book for 3 seconds and then they'll just close it forever. And you're like, just stop doing that. Like the thing that was cool, it works. Stop
But
it.
before even the MCU guys, even Fox used to do that nonsense. Hello, Brian Singer. How are you?
No, Bryan Singer didn't even care to try. The problem is that with phase 1 through 3, they had some reverence and respect for comic books. I mean, that's why we even get to see the Captain America uniform where with the wings, where he was being a performer and punching Hitler, because that was the joke, right? And it was a reference to a comic
So
book cover.
the first issue of
Phase
Captain
4
America.
comes and everybody says, burn every comic book in this office. I don't want to see. No, is that a comic book? Put that down. Here's
That's
a synopsis. Sorry, Rob, but go ahead.
problem. That appears to be a Feige thing, though. I will definitely say that because I mean, some of the new directors are saying they didn't even want us to know about the comics. They just wanted to come in. Like, have you seen some of the comments they've made lately, where it's like, what are you even talking about? But yeah, let's not
Anyway.
talk about Echo. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. As I was saying, individual set pieces. I love the fact that Wakanda is apparently is in South Africa somewhere, maybe inside next to Lesotho. I don't know. I like
That's
the
the only time they mentioned that's the Wakanda's in South Africa. The only time.
No, hey, there was hilarious videos of when American bros were reviewing this thing, and they were like, "Oh, the Avengers rock up in Wakanda," and I was like, "No." I was like, I know there's a lot of black people here, but no.
And also, why is it that the two Black Panther movies don't show Wakanda that side of Wakanda that we've seen in Age of Ultron?
exactly.
Because that side of Wakanda looks a bit way too different from the other Wakanda that
Very
we've seen in
different.
movies.
I had to just I just had to comment. I was like, guys, this is Johannesburg. Like, please.
Which region of Wakanda was that in?
Alexandria Wakanda, apparently.
No, like where Iron Man can just randomly buy a building to destroy it. Dog T'Challa would be in his house tomorrow. Munna, the bill.
Oh my gosh. And
But
also,
anyway.
I do think it's funny that because I didn't know about that, by the way. I didn't know before the movie came out. But when I saw when I saw the armored vehicle, I was like,
James
that
BD.
is South Africa.
Oh, I was actually in Joburg at the time, and I remember they told us that we should use alternative routes for a few days because they were shooting the Avengers. It was a big thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another fun fact was this. The director also had to tell. I think it was Whedon. Maybe it was Whedon on assistant director. But there was one funny story where they were just like they had to get people to stop waving at the camera. and trying to tell people that they were in a Marvel movie. Trying to tell their family that they were in a Marvel. It's like
That's us, bro. I'm surprised that no one was dancing during that. How can I men see?
Exactly. Because in America they get touched if you're in the back. If you see a camera, they get angry. In South Africa, we get happy. Yeah.
No, yeah, like
But anyway-
was this the director had to keep telling the extras, no, you need to run. Don't look at the camera, don't wave, just run away from the Hulk.
Exactly. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. I
And
thought that scene
Another
was
fun
great.
fact was that my beloved knew some people from the production crew and tried his level best and failed to get himself into the extras.
Wouldn't let him.
I believe the line was, "Bro, if I'm not there, why do you think I'm gonna be able to hook you up with someone who got you there in the first place? I'll be there I'll be already there if that was the case."
But yeah, I also enjoyed the performances. I would say that actually one of the key things about this movie that made it great was the individual performances. Like, I really like. My favorite thing actually was a small performance, and that was by Mr. Gollum, who just managed to pull out just one of the best African accents I've ever heard. Actually, better than Leonardo DiCaprio, better than a lot of these Americans. I actually thought that was a great African accent or Afrikaner accent. I enjoyed that. I also enjoyed Ultron. Sorry?
What was the name of that silly movie with
what, Blood Diamond?
With Matt Damon?
Oh no,
Invictus. Oh, Invictus, yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
no, I saw the minute I saw Nelson Mandela played by Morgan Freeman, I was like, oh no.
We are in so much trouble.
No, but I mean, there was this whole thing for a very long time, and a lot of people know this, that Morgan Freeman looks like Mandela. You guys know this, right? There was a whole thing for a very long time, for years.
Hence the Mandela
to
effect.
Who?
To a lot of people.
The Caucasians.
Okay.
No, not just the Caucasians, bro. It was a worldwide conversation. Am I the only one?
All right, but okay, but Extrodin, you really think a Nelson Mandela accent is going to come out of Morgan Freeman?
Hell to the no, dog. But they knew. It's like, look, the first time I saw Steve, Rob, I'm sorry I'm doing this. So the first time I saw Steve Jobs, I said, this is Ashton Kutcher. I said this in 2009. They did a movie of Steve Jobs. Dude did not sound like Steve Jobs.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part.
And even though he tried his best to behave and act like Steve Jobs, you realize that he has the look, but
doesn't have
he's just not Steve Jobs. So, Morgan Freeman looks like Mandela, but don't ask him to play Mandela.
There's only been one good fan casting, one. And that was William Dafoe playing Ryuk. Perfection.
Yeah.
In a bad movie, but him playing Ryuk was perfection in my eyes. I thought he sounded
just one more side note before we get back to it. Black Panther fans were pissed at this and were doubly pissed now because in the comic book, read a comic book. In the comic book, the reason why Claw lost his arm is because T'Challa blew it off as a 13-year-old kid trying to kill the dude who killed his dad. And he missed, but he took the dude's arm, and that's why Claw has a sound cannon for an arm now. But yeah, in the MCU, they decided to give that to Ultron. So yeah.
Hey, you gotta take something from the black man.
But anyway.
But I disagree with you with the fan casting thing. It's a conversation for another time. I don't think. I don't. No. I'm not saying.
Okay. Kai.
Wait. I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. I'm just saying that's not the only fan casting. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. But anyway, I was gonna talk about how so basically I'm gonna talk about the film directing part of it. So I'm saying the actors' performances were great. God, I can't believe I forgot his name. But anyway, the guy, the Gollum voice guy, him.
Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis, thank you. Did a great job, and I thought he did a great job as he was a good casting as Scar. Claw, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I was like, what?
I don't know why I went to lie.
Did he always want to have a brother? What's going on?
Be prepared. Okay, but anyway.
I thought James Spader made a good Ultron. I thought the delivery was great between them, the back and forth between Iron Man and James Spader. where it's like, what's this? What, the omelet line? Where it's like, I was about to say it. You said it before me, but I like that.
Oh yeah, no, nobody has to break anything. Clearly, you've never made an omelet.
Yes, there we go.
No, one of my favorite lines from him is like, what's this? What are you doing with the vibranium? He's like,
Oh,
oh
yeah,
yeah, let me
yeah,
sit here and explain my evil plan.
It's just like what I think about Venom. Yes, I really wanted to take this moment to explain my entire evil plan. Then he dragged him.
But you see, it's stuff like that. You see, and also I was actually watching a TikTok video where someone was going, "The sun is," what that line you guys use, "The sun is whatever." With
The sun is low, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This movie is probably an insult to comics. I don't know, but it's incredibly
in certain places. Places, like
Okay.
it's weird. Like he gets like he'll be accurate, and then he'll like deviate left, and then he'll be accurate, and then he'll like deviate left. So
Yeah, and I think he managed to put together a good product. If you know the
I don't understand, guys. Didn't you see that coming?
I see what you did there.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. You're quick enough. You're quick enough.
Oh my god!
You were quick enough to get it.
Okay, Hawkeye. Okay, Hawkeye. Oh, speaking of which, shout out to Hawkeye, the only man to defeat Scarlet Witch.
You know?
It's true.
Instant KO. He's like, we're not doing this brainwashing again. Nope.
Yeah,
someone should have told Doctor Strange that story. Multiverse of Madness would have ended in 5 minutes.
Just get an arrow and put it on her forehead. Done.
No. Just don't make me call him. Wanda, don't you dare. I will call him right now.
I will fix it right now.
Okay, she's gone crazy again.
Anyway, point is Josh Whedon can really make actors have fun with each other. Now with the drama with Josh Whedon is that a lot of the actors kind of hate him. So I guess he's not a director's actor. But in this film, he managed to like really make the actors really enjoy each other. Like again with the back and forth with Hawkeye and Quicksilver, the back and forth between Scarlett Johansson and Thor, the back and forth, the initial party scene. I think everyone considers that to be one of the most popular scenes in the whole movie. Just them having fun with each other and the hammer twitching, just a little nod to all the Captain America fans. I thought it was really beautiful. But anyway, altogether, I'm gonna say the sum of the parts were better than the sum of its parts, and that really pushed it above. So I'm gonna give it an 8.3.
All right, that was you, man.
Oh, is it me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yo, shout out to you, Duchesne. We see you, buddy. Your turn will come. Just be patient. Yeah.
One.
I got you, Brad.
Okay, but anyway,
I don't know what if everyone else has said this already at this point or not, but honestly speaking, Avengers 2 Age of Ultron is the middle child nobody talks about. For good reason though, because it's objectively speaking, it's boring.
Okay.
The thing that got us hooked with the first Avengers was that it was the first Avengers. There was a nice, there was a hodgepodge of people there was in its own, which had their own different build-ups. Thor had his own movie, Iron Man, Captain America, blah 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 blah, and then it led up to a climactic third act where they finally got their act together, where they put their differences aside to fight against a greater threat. Then we've got Infinity Wars, which is basically the successor of this movie. This was a whole different match because we have a broken system and where a purple testicle was gallivanting all over the galaxy. What?
Nothing. Carry on, buddy.
It was gallivanting.
Thanos will show up at your house and say he's inevitable.
I am one with the color. I do not fear him.
On your birthday every year. I've said what I mean.
I've said it before and I've said it again. If it wasn't for those Infinity Stones, Thanos would chop Thanos in half in a heartbeat. That coming back.
I'll just hold my beer. Because what are you saying?
Yeah. Have you not seen my boy Thanos fight? I'll send you the footage. That man can rule zone against natural gods. So anyway, that being said, the purple testicle went around gallivanting and capitalized on a fractured Avengers, and that's basically how he managed to get it. But the stakes were also building up. It now went from it's an Earth problem to it's a galactic universe problem, and then it led to Endgame, where we saw the consequences of not getting your act together, and for the sake of the universe, you need to do what you need to do. So it has that build up. This one, it seemed like Ultron seemed basically like a rehash of the first one, with a flavor of a prophecy of the end times coming from what follows next.
Finally, someone that speaks English.
What?
Yep.
So we do, and then at the same time, Loki's invasion of Earth threatened the whole Earth.
Yeah, but
Ultron
like
was
the difference was though, I just to say the difference was though is that Loki wanted to take over Earth.
yes,
Ultron's whole goal was to improve Earth by removing humanity.
exactly. We have look. Ultron had the best dialogues. I think
Yes, he did.
he
No,
had
and also it's hilarious that Ultron was like he went through the internet for 2 minutes and he was
And
like,
was-
all of you gotta die.
Control Alt Delete. Where's the delete button? Where is it?
No, somebody said he saw 4chan and he was like, humanity
Yeah,
has
human
been here too long.
right. Time's up.
So I think what breaks my heart is even though we see the build up and the tension, it doesn't have the I don't know, you don't feel the desperation that the
No.
world's going to die if we fail.
Yeah, I think because maybe they have that city hover for too long. And
Yeah.
also and this is also I don't know why you didn't have Thor and Iron Man lift the stone. It would have just been that much easier.
Mhm.
But I think another thing is that because we got to see the descent of Loki, when you get to Avengers 1, you're just like, oh, okay, this is Loki at his lowest. So you've seen what he was capable of in Thor 1. So now it's like now they're upping the
Yeah.
stakes. Whereas with
Yeah.
Age of Ultron, as people who criticize this movie, they call it the weekend of Ultron because they didn't have a whole phase could have been spent building up to Ultron before we even got to
'Cause-
like phase 2 could have been like Ultron is like as much as it's formulaic, to go, okay, this is the bad guy of this saga, it works. Like Dragon Ball Z did this all the time and it worked fine. So
yeah, but
you
at the same
can
time,
do that again. So
Dragon Ball Z had the ability of upping the stakes alongside it.
yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
saying like I think humanity's extinction versus its subjugation, I think those are two very different struggles because
And at the same time, we didn't feel it.
yeah, I mean, but remember,
it didn't hit the landing for me.
Yeah, because
but I'm saying
that's
I just
my
think because Loki had build up and Ultron just dropped. So maybe that's where that comes from. But anyway.
Yeah, because I mean, if you can compare to other cinematic villains, I mean, Sauron, no matter how hard you try, you don't want to think of a universe where Sauron who got the One Ring, no matter how hard you tried.
Do you guys understand that there are a lot
Yeah.
of people that didn't have, like some people have not watched any Marvel movie but loved Thanos when they watched Infinity War?
Yeah,
Are you guys aware?
Yes.
He's the main character.
He was a POV character.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
I
saying,
mean-
I'm just saying that sometimes there's no need for you to have a build-up of anything. If a movie is good, it's good. And it
But
sucks.
no, but
It
at the same
sucks.
time, the characters may not have watched any other Avengers movie, but they do know about those characters.
Not all of them do.
Mhm.
Eto, I'm talking about people that did not watch any Marvel movie.
Yeah,
and they
but
watched Age of Infinity
But
War.
they've watched,
but I'm
like I
saying
said,
the
they
other
have
thing
some
is
knowledge of the IP. They are you telling me that they've never heard of the Hulk? They've never heard of Iron Man. They've never heard of
No, they have.
Yeah,
I'm just
so
saying,
they
but they have
know.
not tied in any of these phases, or they don't
but
have
I'm
any
saying
connection
the
with
thing
any
is
of that stuff.
if we strip Infinity Wars down to its bare bones, because remember also Infinity War was coming out around the time when people were saying superhero fatigue, superhero fatigue, superhero fatigue.
Yeah.
So Thanos drops. He's the first villain in a huge blockbuster to win the way that he did. I can see a lot of people who are sick of superhero films dominating cinema saying like, yeah, take that.
And also, I just want to add that he was riding on the cocktails of the fact that everybody knew these other characters already.
No, but
Everybody
despite that,
knew
also Marvel
it.
was having horrible villains anyway before
True.
Thanos
Yeah,
came.
okay, wait. In
I-
defense of Kutsu, I actually think he's got a point here.
Yeah.
But I think in maybe not in the way you'll have to agree or disagree here. I think remember with the other villains, there was a stronger, smoother focus on them. Even with the original Loki one, even if you hadn't watched the other movies before, there's still a good focus on Loki. Loki catches a lot of good W's, whereas Ultron catches, well, he
Ls.
survives and takes an L in the party, dies in the party, and then he moves on. And then he dies again, if I remember correctly, and the thing which again, then he loses like 3 times.
Yes.
Whereas Loki wins every single battle until the last. Yeah, and then of course Thanos wins completely. Whereas, and then to the point where Tony almost becomes the bigger bad guy almost in the middle. So there's a lot of distractions from Ultron to make him the it figure that kind of ruins it. So that's why you can get, without watching anything, you just watch Avengers by itself and you'll like Loki, and you watch
also
Ultron by itself, you'll like no, not Ultron, Thanos by himself, you'll like Thanos.
Also, the introduction of Vision distracted us from actually even focusing on Ultron, because people were more psyched to see Vision than to be interested in anything that Ultron was doing.
I also want to add on to that. The other thing that also took away from this movie is like the action sequences were pure ass. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. No.
What did I say, Kana, before they were looking through?
Harsh.
Yeah.
Alexa, play a Hero Falls.
No, man. I just remember there was that whole truck sequence. I almost gagged.
You are my brother, Tebelo.
No. I mean, look at that fight sequence between Ultron and Captain America. What the hell? Okay, never mind the choke sequence. You're throwing a frisbee at the robot on top of a truck while
At high
the
velocity.
chase sequence. Okay.
that chase sequence while
look, what was he
Natasha's
supposed to
busy
do?
cleaning up the, like-
And to be fair, Hawkeye even says, "Dog, what are you doing?" But Captain America is just like, somebody's gonna do something.
That's horrible writing. Why would you give him Ultron? Why would you give him a robot? Why would you give this guy a robot on top of a truck?
Who else
Horrible
was there,
writing.
though?
and then the 2 other robots go there and become little jetpacks for the truck again.
I'm saying, but like the logistics wise, who else was in the vicinity at the time?
Yeah.
I don't even remember. This movie for me, okay, my turn will come now. Let me keep
Yeah.
quiet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Then we have
please.
Hi, I can see Extradion's fire style is coming. It's going to be a 6 out of 10. But
look.
anyway,
Then we have that whole. Then we have poor. What's the one-eyed idiot now? Okay, he was an idiot in this movie. What's his name?
Nick Fury.
Nick Fury was just basically everybody's abandoning uncle who only comes to give sage advice and
That Fox.
disappears.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
well,
then
he doesn't have a shield anymore. Captain America burned it to the ground.
That. Speaking of which, then we have this is Hawkeye's movie for all the things he was doing. Is like, okay, you gotta go back to my hidden of the great family that I have all the way in the mountains of nowhere.
I don't know if you guys are aware of actually the trivia behind this whole thing, because we didn't know what to do with Hawkeye. Like, there was a whole thing where Hawkeye either would have died or wasn't going to be involved. Initially, the rumor was he was not going to be involved in the movie. He was not going to be included. Then he became included. Then we don't wanted to kill him. There was a rumor that we don't wanted to kill him. I don't know if you remember this, Rob.
Then, of course, we've got. I mean, okay, look, I've read bits of Age of Ultron. I've seen what happens where there's a whole subplot where Wolverine and I forgot the other lady's name have to go back in time to trying to stop Ant-Man from creating Ultron. Then he doesn't listen. The whole plot is convoluted. It's very interesting. It also screws the world. Morgana takes over the world in that version. This we have. Okay, let me not go into comic detail before I start screaming my lungs out. I was just like, this movie was, as you guys put it, was a perfect product. It was very good for hype at that point in time, and that's what Disney wanted. But how many of us can actually think like I'm going to go back and watch Age of Ultron compared to the others?
I went back a few times.
Compared to Avengers or all Marvel?
All Avengers movies
Avengers.
or all Marvel.
Okay, if
I'm
we're just
talking
talking
I'm talking about
then
Avengers.
yes, I'll agree. It's maybe the bottom of the four,
Yeah.
but I won't say it's the bottom of Marvel because that
No,
is
no,
not. It is
Captain
not.
Captain
No.
America 3 exists, so no.
You say three.
Wait, what?
Wait,
I
what?
say three.
Oh no, not the Captain America. I mean Iron Man
4.
3.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
Iron
was
Man
about to be
3.
like, whoa.
No, Cap is okay-ish. But at the same time, we've also got who? Okay. For me, and this is what happened when we did our tier list. We discovered Civil War was like the
There's no way
Avengers
we're gonna get to
successor.
Homecoming, I promise you.
Okay, but anyway,
continue, Tebelo.
yeah.
Yeah, Civil War for me was more of a successor to the Avengers movies than this movie actually was. And I'm sorry, like one of my best lines is that line between Vision and Ultron, where he goes like, they have their feelings, but you've missed something. There's grace in their feelings. They think order and chaos are two opposites. They don't see that order and chaos are two sides of the same coins. And they're somehow trying to control what won't be, but there's grace in their feelings. You've missed it. And then Ultron says, you are unbearably naive. Well, I was born yesterday.
Yes, the dialogue is iconic as a mofo.
Yes.
Yeah, Josh Whedon is a good writer.
Yes.
We can't argue with that.
I think you can see, like, now that we discuss it, you can see the seeds of him being tired.
Mm-hmm.
And I think where he's on autopilot is in some of the plot, but he's awake for the dialogue, if you get what I'm saying.
He's a dialogue person. That's his thing. I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What's your rating, Tebelo?
My rating will be. I cannot give it a slow thought for the Dark World. I cannot.
Oh yeah, what did you give Thor? Oh, 6.7. Oh, okay, let's
But
see.
at the same time, I did like Thor: The Dark World in some scenes.
No, wait, I put 8 in the wrong place.
Okay,
No.
I'll give it a decent 6. Yeah.
They give it a 6. Okay, so you never
Wait,
gave it a.
you saying Dark World is better than Age of Ultron?
No, 6 points.
Wait, he never gave it a score. What did you give Thor: The Dark World? You'll just say you gave it a 6. So 6 point what?
Incredible Hulk got by 6.5. Okay, no, yeah, definitely. No, it would definitely have to be better. To be 6.7.
IT.
What?
Wait, was Tebelo not around when we did our phase 2 thing?
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't.
Okay.
Captain America has to. I'd give it a higher score. I did like that because of all the gay tension. That will definitely give it
so much.
The gay tension.
Don't even ask that.
No. If any Yaoi fanatics saw the tension between Bucky and Captain America, it would have ended up with them snogging in bed. That.
Oh my God.
Every Yaoi fanatic was like,
Mfana, I'm so far from even being remotely part of the
Wait. What does the Protoss have to do with this? Hold on.
Why do people like this?
Anyway.
Yeah, no. So if I were to give a score to the Winter Soldier, it would definitely have to be a 7.
Oh, all right.
Yes, you're
we'll get back to the rest. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's time for your explosion, buddy.
No, there's no need for explosions, guys. Tebelo said a lot of things that I was gonna say anyway. This movie bored me to tears. I went to the cinema to watch this movie, guys. I actually went to the theaters because at this time I was a huge Marvel fan. For the most part, I even knew when Black Panther was coming out, like 5 years in advance. I was already locked in. I knew so many things. I knew what was going on. Get there. First of all, why is Black Widow trying to charm Hulk to transforming into a normal human being again? That, for the life of me, will never make sense to me, ever. Doesn't make sense. Horrible writing. 2, the fact that it's a carbon copy of the first one. It's like, okay, Marvelous Kevin Feige is calling, yo, Whedon, we like the first Avengers movie. You got to do the second one. You have any ideas? Yeah, don't worry. I've been writing this story all along. I'll show you something.
Drops the phone, panics.
Shit.
What did you do?
Control all, copy, paste. Shit, I need to change this.
Change name. Computer, find, search and find. Search,
Search fine.
Loki, replace
For
Ultron.
me, I'll give an
Enter.
example. The opening sequence, them going to is it
Latveria or whatever it's called.
From
What is
Von
that?
Strider, that guy, I forgot his name.
Yes.
Yeah. Geez, what Baron von Strucker. There we
I
go.
Yeah.
hated Tony Stark that entire time.
'Cause
Please be
he's
a
like-
secret door. Please be a secret door. I didn't see Tony Stark. I saw Robert Downey that entire time. I was
There was a-
completely,
there was
I
a-
was
That's who he's
completely
been.
bored by Robert Downey's performance there, until he saw the vision of like all the team members and all. Then that sparked my interest.
That was because of Scarlet Witch. Guys, maybe you don't understand. I have the biggest beef with Scarlet Witch as a character. You have no idea. I do not like her. I mean, like, whenever she's busy crying about her babies and crying about
Okay, wait.
crying about her about her
In
talking
Age of
dildo.
Ultron, she's defensible. Post One
No.
Division. No, here's the thing. Remember, first off and foremost, her house was exploded by a Stark bomb. That's one.
Okay.
Two, she gets picked up by Hydra and gets weaponized and radicalized to go against the Avengers.
Yeah.
The people who are prime for brainwashing.
Yes.
So you put those two factors together, of course she's going to do stuff like give the Avengers visions and make them go crazy and
No,
all
I
of
don't
that
disagree.
stuff.
I don't disagree.
I
with
don't.
that at all.
That I'm not disputing. I'm disputing the fact that she's now pulling the biggest.
No, post One Division, I've got
No.
defense.
No. I'm still talking about the same movie. I'm talking about the her biggest temper to the panic attack she's having in the middle of a battle because she now realizes what she's caused and stuff like that. Like, woman. Oh no! So now it's a problem when you see that Ultron plans on destroying all mankind. Isn't this what you wanted? You see, this woman, Wanda from this movie, and Nina from Code Geass, same WhatsApp group. You wanted
No,
to
but
have
wasn't
Avengers,
like
but just face the
also, man,
consequences.
like Wanda
fucking-
at this point was a teenager, was she not? Like,
Yeah.
let's give her some grace, dog. Like they
Teenager
they
or
just
young, I think young woman basically. But I'm just saying, like the thing is that also on top of that, she had her mind messed with for years, so she's not like thinking on the straight and narrow. When we
Yeah.
get to One Division, that's all. That one, I've got no defense. I
All right.
tried to have a
Anyway,
defense,
let's
but anyway,
let's move this
point-
along
yeah,
because
point
Anyway,
B.
Hulk didn't have a storyline in this movie whatsoever.
that's-
There was nothing. This movie could have just been there without him. Like he was completely useless.
but in
And
our
it
defense,
was just,
he
it was
said
for me, it was just, he was just fan service,
no, but he said he said the coldest line of the movie.
which is,
When he said I could snap your neck without even turning a shade of green.
who was he talking to?
He
Wanda.
was talking to Wanda. I was like,
Okay.
No,
Banner
he
on
did.
the other hand,
He did have an
Banner.
arc.
Banner, on the other hand, there was something there, you know, because he helped create Ultron, which is something that people hardly talk about because they make it seem like Tony was the only one doing everything.
no.
But
And the fact that Ultron is Ant-Man's creation, oh, Hank Pym's creation. Let me be factual. Is something I'll never forgive.
yeah.
The fact that they've changed that.
But anyway, yeah, so Hulk for me, there's nothing much to him apart from the last part where he decides to go elsewhere, you know, because he sees the error of his ways or whatever. But I mean, that could have been done in any other movie apart from it.
And I like how so secure Scarlet into the Natasha was to throw a man off a cliff and expect that Hulk wouldn't come and break her in half.
Exactly. Anyway, then we have Ultron. Like you guys said, James Spader's a brilliant actor. I mean, I used to watch Boston Legal and The Practice and all of that stuff. Brilliant. Mwah. Chef's Kiss, Secretary, all those movies were great. But great character, great actor, horrible movie. So he didn't do anything for me, right? Claw didn't do jack squat for me. I didn't even like him. Like, in the circus, what are you doing? The Avengers for me, the party scene was fine. It's memorable. I was actually more interested in other people becoming Avengers than actually the entire team. I was interested to see Rhodey there. I was interested to see Falcon there, even though they were there for like a few
You were
minutes.
interested to see Anthony Mackie walk from one side of the room to the other side of the room.
No, I'm
Yes.
talking about seeing those moments, expecting more from them. Not that after watching the movie, I'm like, yeah, I like Anthony Mackie in this movie more than no. I just mean when I saw him, I thought he was gonna be part of the Avengers in this movie, right? But unfortunately not. Anyway, yeah, having aliens in the first movie, then having multiple robots, for me, just threw me off. It's like, what are we doing? I mean, we did this already. You know what I mean? Yeah, we did this already. Thor going to Asgard, having his own issues, yeah, his hallucinations or whatever that was. For me, I was like, what is going on here? What are we doing? So I didn't feel this movie at all, guys. There were so many pieces that were all over the place. And I told you guys before, for me, phase two is my least favorite phase of this entire MCU. Like at this point, like from between phase 1 and 3, phase 2 is my least favorite. I've mentioned this before.
Even with Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I told you guys that I didn't enjoy, or was I telling you, Buck? I didn't enjoy it. I mean, Rob, I didn't enjoy.
Wait,
the Winter
was I
Soldier.
not here for
I didn't
Avengers?
tell me that.
Sorry, Peter.
Whoa!
No, I did.
So
I told you guys.
you didn't even like Winter Soldier.
No, I didn't.
So Black Widow was a blast for you.
No.
You're like, the Eternals.
No.
Hmm.
Okay, I did like the Eternals. I told you guys this before.
Oh.
But anyway,
Nani?
Phase 4 was good.
guys,
Wait,
Eternals.
wait.
I'll say this without fear or contradiction. Yeah. When I hear, I'm like Julius Malema. I'm in charge. I'll say it without fear of contradiction.
This
Yeah,
should have been in your
like
geek
Julius
blasphemy,
Malema,
dog. This should have been in your geek blasphemy because if you're gonna say what I think you're gonna say, oh
I'm
my
gonna say
god.
it. Eternals for me is better than Age of Ultron. There, I said it. I said it. And I meant it, bruh. Yeah.
I need to revoke your movie reviewing card because
Guys, revoke, cancel me, it's fine. I'll join Thanos and have his
fake ass Superman and touchy feely and touchy feely Cersei.
All that stuff.
And Kit Harington with whatever he was doing in that movie.
For me, that's better than this nonsense called Age of Ultron.
You've brought on my inner Palpatine extraordinary. So good, Buckmeister. I hate on him. Good.
When that movie opened with the title crawl, a Star Wars title crawl.
It doesn't matter. For me, that movie was better than Age of Ultron.
Now kill him.
Anyway, you know what? Ultron actually was in the movie. You know who was not in the movie? The actual deviant villain who was supposed to be the villain of the movie. He doesn't show up at all.
It's fine. Eminem. There's nothing you can say that will convince me otherwise. That Eternals for me is better than this. But anyway, so yeah, man, there's a lot of stuff that for me didn't add up. It didn't fit like a glove for me in this movie, unfortunately.
Because I wasn't there, apparently I wasn't there for the first Avengers movies. You can put a 9.9 there. It's my favorite movie of the whole lot.
Wait, say it again?
For the first Avengers, the 2012 one.
Oh yeah, you don't have a name there. 9.9.
Yeah.
That's alarming, but okay. No.
Yeah, it's the best one of the whole lot.
Yeah, I agree. So this one, give it a 6 there, Rob.
I will never forgive you for this, by the way.
Duchesne, it's you, buddy.
Enemies.
Eternals.
Now, Dushana.
Why are you acting like an African teacher, bro? What are you doing? Why are you doing that?
What's up?
Oh, okay. I'll give you guys my score of the other movies later because I can see it.
Yeah, and I've heard some very interesting takes. What's up, guys?
What's up?
What's up?
Hey, you think you know again?
Betrayal.
Yeah.
Buckmaster
I
has
know.
broken.
You know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, as shocking as they may be. But at the end of the day, right? let me just get into Ultron before we go too far. So Ultron, I feel like it had a lot of good concepts personally. It just didn't land well. It felt kind of bland at the end. You know what I mean? Like the concept of Ultron in the beginning, where the threat is not external, but it comes from the Avengers themselves. They made a mistake. You know what I mean? So that kind of put like a new twist on it for me, which I felt like was kind of cool, I'd say. The actual execution of Ultron, his voice was amazing. Oh, it was great. It was fantastic. His actual appearance, though, at the end, it felt less grand, and I'm gonna use Vision as an
Oh, no.
Yes. You're gonna use Vision as a.
An example.
or whatever. Either way,
Sorry, you broke up,
Vision.
Duchesne.
Vision as an example.
Oh, okay. Carry on. You talking, bro?
Duchesne? Come into the bridge, Duchesne. You see, this is Ultron blocking your network because you were talking shit about him.
Keep going, bro.
That might very well be. Yeah, but I was just saying, I'm just using Vision as an example in the sense that like the way Vision looked great, like his actual design. You know what I mean? So maybe it might have been on purpose in the sense that they maybe wanted to make Vision look like a newer version of Ultron or an upgraded version. I don't know, but I still the design was kind of underwhelming for Ultron for me, even though his voice was great. Yeah, and then the other people like Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver as well. I mean, they were in the movie, but I never really felt like the gravitas of, oh, this is our introduction to Wanda or Quicksilver. Like, you know, like in the X-Men movies,
Yeah.
Quicksilver, you kind of like felt whenever he was on screen because they actually showed his power. Granted, I think maybe they did a better job of power scaling Quicksilver down in the sense that maybe his death is a little bit more acceptable because wow, like come on, like you're a speedster and you died too, you know. But either way, regardless of what we feel about that.
No, there's no version where that's acceptable, but we'll carry on. It's fine.
No, the only version that's acceptable is that there's a Fox executive in that ship, and he shot him with continuity bullets.
Yeah, someone held him down.
I mean, they also messed up the reputation of Quicksilver. Nobody's ever going to take him seriously as a speedster.
Yeah.
Because of that scene.
No, I mean, no, because he still got the Fox to counterbalance that stuff, and the Fox did the whole slow motion thing.
Yeah.
Quicksilver would be fine.
No, I mean in the MCU. I'm referring to the MCU.
Yeah, the MCU, yeah. But we'll see what happens in the next couple of movies. Maybe they'll definitely fix him now. Now that they're gonna bring back Magneto, hopefully not Denzel Washington. Like I'm gonna say it, I don't want Denzel Washington to be Magneto.
No, I don't want them to race.
I don't think it's gonna be in Black Panther as Magneto.
God.
That's the
Cannot be
rumor
Denzel,
is
because
right now
apparently he's very
Denzel will be
successful, he's a
Magneto.
mini-
No, I'm saying like the only thing I was like I don't want them to race swap any of the X-Men because look, I'm sorry, they just are the way they are now.
Yeah.
Like if you're trying to
Excuse me,
change,
what did I just hear?
Yeah, Denzel.
I'm saying I don't want
just
them
got
to.
back and I'm hearing Magneto is what?
Yeah.
Denzel Washington. There's a rumor.
No,
Yeah.
no, it cannot be. No, no, you're wrong. No,
So I'm just saying, please
Yeah.
don't.
Better stop trying to rule this place right here.
Yeah.
no.
Oh, we know Magneto's gonna go
Ma
to Wakanda
mutant.
and be like, this is Genova now. This is
Ma
Genova now.
Ma
X-Men.
mutant.
Ma Genova.
All right,
Anyway.
all right, Wakandans. I hear y'all. But y'all ain't got nothing on me.
I've tolerated
Okay,
so much.
Shane,
so
you gotta let
Yeah,
Shane finish.
Shane, yeah. Sorry. Keep going, Shane.
Yeah, no, it's all right. It's all right. But yeah, I feel like yeah. No. But overall, I feel that that's kind of like the as I was saying, the presentation of how they introduced them for me, I feel like could have been a little bit better. Regardless of what they did about the character, like with Vision, for example, even though I kind of liked how they presented him, he was kind of overhyped in the sense that he never achieved anything. I don't remember him winning a fight or doing anything significant after his presentation. You know what I mean? But yeah, he's good, man. Like I feel like maybe the movie kind of rode off of like what you guys were saying earlier, the love of what we had for the first Avengers movie, and we kind of like, I just kind of like followed through on that. But in itself, the concepts were okay, but I feel like they could have just been done a little bit better overall. Like it could have been a little bit more memorable. Like even if I have to like think now as to what happened that was significant, I can't really point to anything that like, you know, kind of like stood out to me like that. Yeah. So overall, yeah, I'd give it a solid maybe 7.8. Like it's not the worst Marvel movie by any margin. You know what I mean? There's definitely worse, I think. But yeah, I just feel like it could have been a little bit more based on what they introduced to us. How did they introduce Ultron and you know the thread being inside and all of that, you know? So yeah, no, you know, that's my overall take on it.
All right. Cool, man. And obviously Remy LeBlue is not available at present. That's a shame. I enjoy Gambit, but that's fine. Moving on. What?
No, I get why you're calling him
Yeah, I
Remy
think
LeBlue. I
we've
remember
all
the
been waiting
joke.
for that. It's kind of
Yeah.
like in the same boat as Blade, also. You know what I mean? We've but at this point, come on, guys. You know, we've all wanted this for so long, and they've teased it for so long. Mahershala, we're all okay with Mahershala Ali. We still never got that. You know.
It's fine with me. He's in Jurassic Park now. It's
Yeah,
fine.
we only got
let's
his voice
hope
for
that maybe
Mahershala Ali in Eternals.
Marvel. I'm saying, Marvel. Apparently, they only have a one at a time rule when it comes to black leads.
Yep. One black king at a time. You can't have too many.
Recast the child. Recast the child. Sorry.